breaking news from Moscow, where authorities say a senior Russian general has been killed by a car bomb. Lieutenant General Fanil Sarvarov was the head of the Russian forces' operational training department. Investigators say a device detonated under the general's car in a Moscow parking lot. ABC's Lama Hassan is following the latest from London. Lama, what is the latest? What can you tell us?
Yeah, hey, Stephanie, as you say, Fanil Sarvarov was a senior military figure in the Russian army, one of the head generals, and he was in charge of operational training for the armed forces. So he was a pretty big deal in the Russian army. So we do have more details to add about the explosion today. And according to Russian media reports, we understand that around 7 a.m. Moscow time, an explosive device was placed under his car. It detonated, and you can see the mangled wreckage of Sarvarov's car and just how ferocious the explosion was. We also understand that Sarvarov died in hospital as a result of his injuries, Stephanie.
And Lama, authorities are looking into whether the attack may have been organized by Ukraine. And Ukraine has not claimed responsibility for the attack, but was behind a similar bombing a year ago. So what are you looking out for?
You're absolutely right, Stephanie. There are numerous lines of inquiry, but one possible theory, as you say, Russian investigators, they're looking at whether or not this was carried out by Ukrainian intelligence services, because it's not the first time that car bombs have been used in an attack like this one to take out military officials and high-profile individuals. In fact, it's the third attack of its kind this year alone. We haven't heard from the Ukrainians. They haven't commented yet. And the question really is, what happens next? Will this affect or have an impact on the ongoing peace talks? Because don't forget that it was just this weekend that Ukrainian and U.S. officials were holding discussions in Florida. There are, of course, separate talks with the Russians, and these talks are aimed at ending the war. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, he called them productive and constructive meetings. So it really depends on what happens next, given the attack today, Stephanie.
Exactly. Still so much unclear. Lama, thank you so much for that update.